Black Earth offers a full suite of humic solutions, from high-purity granules to powder, liquid, and soluble formulations, all powered by pure humulite. Trusted by growers worldwide from one of the world's rarest humulite reserves. Grow stronger with the power of Black Earth humulite. Learn more from mine to market by visiting blackearth.com.
Bernard Tobin here at the Ontario Weed Committee Summer Tour. I'm catching up now with Todd Fry from Clean Field Services. Todd, how's it going?
It's going good today. How about you?
I am pretty good. A little hot, but that's all right. What we're going to talk about today is John Deere See & Spray, that new spraying application that John Deere has offered in the last couple of years. You're using it for the first time this year here in Ontario. What are you hoping to learn?
Well, we just wanted to try it out and see if it has a fit for our cropping system. We hear a lot of stuff out of the Midwest U.S., Western Canada, and here in Ontario we do things just a little bit differently again. So just trying to see if it has a fit for our climate and our cropping practices.
Talk about the technology, Todd. I mean, like camera-guided spraying, vision-guided spraying. How do you describe it to growers?
Well, it's really a new concept, right? We've never had the ability to do this for sure in Eastern Canada. The fallow green on brown type systems were never quite as popular here, but essentially we have cameras across the boom, and the machine is deciding as it travels through the field. It decides if there's a weed there, we spray it. If the cameras don't identify a weed, then the sprayer shuts off.
What about from a grower's perspective in the conversations you have? I mean, I guess it really is about, reducing spray and cost, right? Cost efficiency.
Yeah, so economics definitely play a huge part of it. Obviously, our herbicides are getting more expensive, but the other thing that we're running into is harder to control weeds or herbicide-resistant weeds. So not only can we look at the economics, but we can also look about using the technology to maybe economically apply higher rates while doing a better job of weed control all at the same time. So there's also an efficacy standpoint as well.
Talk about how it works now. I mean, you mentioned in the conversation with the group here today that, you're getting charged $6 an acre from, a technology fee when you're not spraying, but that kind of works in your favor, obviously, and in the company's favor. But talk about how, the math works around that.
So yes, John Deere is charging us $6 an acre. So when the system is turned on and the cameras elect not to spray an area, you're charged $6 an acre for that. You do not pay for any area that the system decides to spray. So what we really notice is that's really allowing for those more expensive tank mixes. When we see those tank mixes getting into that $30, $40, $50 an acre, that's where we really see some economic savings there, is putting those more expensive tank mixes on a field, on just the areas of the field that actually need them.
Are there specific fields, from your experience this spring, that this is a good fit for, and there's some things you should probably drive past?
Yeah, so one of the ones that we really went to is those patchy type perennial weeds, where you might see them in small patches, maybe in corners, wet areas, low spots, etc. So they're not going to be uniformly distributed throughout the field. They'll be very tightly grouped and only small areas. So weeds like yellow nutsedge or perennial sow thistle, Canada thistle was another one that we targeted. So just trying to come up with those fields that were relatively clean otherwise, but they had maybe a few acres of patchy weeds.
Now, you were talking to a lot of agronomists today, and you assured them, hey, there's still work for them. There's a lot of agronomy that needs to get done here. There's a great requirement still for boots on the ground. Talk about that.
Absolutely. So a big part of this is scouting, and the context, or the question that always comes up, is how much do we load the sprayer for? If we have 100 acres, are we going to spray 25? Are we going to spray 50? Are we going to spray 90? So that's where the scouting comes into play, right? Getting out there, walking those fields, coming up with what are the weeds that are present, what tank mix is needed, what is the relative pressure, and how uniformly are they distributed, right? A weed that is in patches is going to spray a different percentage of the field than, a few weeds uniformly distributed throughout the field. So it really is not a replacement for boots on the ground.
Now, Todd, you talked about, the opportunities for old chemistry, different chemistries, maybe to come off the shelf, things that probably didn't fit because of cost or application, that may be a good fit for this program.
Yeah, so there's probably lots of chemistry that was developed over the time that glyphosate was still an attractive one past weed control program. So products that got shelved for maybe the cost of the formulation was too expensive, or there were other products on the market that were cheaper or better. But or a crop safety concern where maybe it was close but it wasn't quite there. So maybe this vision guided targeted spraying has an opportunity to resurrect some of those products that maybe were shelved for various reasons and bring them back and just add a few more tools in the toolbox to go after some of these hard to kill or resistant weeds.
So hey, it's July here. You've been running this since the spring. What are the takeaways so far?
Big one is make sure you get your boots on the ground and get good, accurate scouting notes on the field. Making sure that everybody's on the same page as far as what as a field that would be a good fit, and not going into those fields. If the field is messy, it should get broadcast sprayed. This is a system, kind of a cleanup or a touch-up pass. A lot of those fields that you historically used to walk and kind of go, I'm on the fence, this one could or could not get resprayed after a setup application. That's where this really has a good fit.
Final question, what's up for the fall here? Now I know you want to run this over some soybean stubble.
Yeah, so the system also has what they call green on brown capabilities, which some of those in other areas of the world are a bit more familiar with in terms of fallow spraying. So probably get to run it a little bit in soybean or corn silage stubble, ground that's maybe getting prepped for winter wheat. And that advantage of that is the fee for that is only $1.25 an acre for fallow ground versus the $6 an acre in-crop fee. So
great stuff, Todd. Hey, appreciate you making some time for Real Agriculture.
Thanks for having me.